Hello my lovelies, how are you? I am Eriu and this is Eriu Tarot Readings, and you, my darling, you are very welcome here today. So guys, I'm so sorry I've been MIA for quite some time. Life's been a bit busy and I've been doing other things and applying for other things and such. So, well, you guys voted and you said to me, majority was that you guys wanted bi-weekly readings. So here I am. I know I didn't get, unfortunately, to the start of May, which I'm really sorry about, but I am on the go here and I'm ready to rock with your 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks of May, your bi-weekly readings of May 2017. So my lovelies, let's rock and roll. There's no time to waste and let's do your reading. Hello Taurus, how's it going? So great that you're here today. Thank you for being here today. This is your general and your love reading for May the 15th to May the 31st, 2017. And I hope you're all very well. Hope you've been well the last few weeks since I've been MIA. And apologies again. But you know, I need to get some life stuff sorted. You know yourself. I need to get stuff done. And I think the bi-weeklies help me to do that, to get some things done. You guys are my last reading for today, actually. Or the last reading in general for the bi-weekly. So you always seem to be my last, so I don't know why. Save the best to the last, eh? Alright. Now remember, if this doesn't resonate, do check out your moon and your rising sign as well. And as always, I will leave that link at the bottom of the video for you, so you can go ahead and calculate that. Total freezies. Okay, I've shuffled so much, right? Boom, we're ready, let's go. This is a 6-card spread. The top line represents the 3rd week in May. And the bottom line represents the last week in May. Now, technically, we're looking at the 15th to the 31st, which is 2.5 weeks. So, you know, let the energies flow into that for you. Oh. Okay, so if I need to clarify with other cards, I will. So interesting, like there's a lot of people around you. Also, just to say to you, if you hear this little slurpy slurp, it's because I'm trying to drink way more water lately. Help cleanse the body and whatnot. Right, let's look at your first week. So general reading means anything that is not romantically an encounter or has any romantic inclinations whatsoever. So we're looking at your work life, we're looking at your study life, we're working at friendships, domestic life, home life, you know, and maybe relationships with people that we have but that are not on a romantic level. Right. Okay, so let's look. You have a few people here. Taurus, we're just out of your month, right? Your birthday month. I think what's happened to a lot of you is you're starting to fall in love with things again. Now, I know I said this was a general reading, but remember, like, this isn't for someone else. This is for you. That you're kind of finding love now in places that you couldn't find love in before. Maybe some of you that were working or studying or are involved in committees or, you know, committees for the community or whatever. You're starting to feel this really strong sense of fulfillment, but emotional fulfillment. Remember, we have the Queen of Cups here. I said once, Queen of Cups here, and she's all about beautiful emotional abundance, understanding the emotional aspects of herself and of the self, and how they are actually way more beneficial to people than I think we realize. She's the person that, in a world of science and fact and logic and rationale and thinking, she's the one that comes in and reminds us to be human. She reminds us to feel again. And so I think a lot of you are coming out of that. Maybe some of you are coming out of exams, maybe some of you are changing jobs or even a redundancy. And you're starting to feel the love for things again that because the pressure that you've had on the last 3 to 4 weeks or 3 to 4 months, maybe even 3 to 4 years extended, but that's a very small portion of you. You're starting to realize that you're starting to fall in love with the little things again. Because I think when the pressure's on, it's very hard for us to remain in a loving state. And it's very hard for us to remember what are those things that we love. Queen of Cups comes in here. You come in here as this energy and you're like, oh. Do you know, it's kind of like you're back in love with life a little bit again, because now you have time for life, which is awesome. That's the start of your week. Now, your midweek, we've got this Page of Pentacles. So, let's clarify this person. Person or you? Just need two. Okay. What's going on with the Page of Pentacles? Right, okay, cool. So you come in with this Queen of Cups energy, but you physically manifest yourself in the Page of Pentacles. I hope that makes sense to you. So you have the outer shell of the Page of Pentacles, but you'd also got the spirit and love of the Queen of Cups. It's really nice to see two cards amalgamating like that into one person. It's very rare that I get that, but when I do see that, I see a huge amount of growth in someone, and also someone that's very open and free, because I don't get amalgamation of personalities in a way, or like aspects of personalities into one, unless that person is very open to even tarot cards and tarot reading. So if you're watching this now, it's because you're open to all of this, but also you're open to life. And I like that you carry this Queen of Cups energy into you, but what you've outside you represent is this Page of Pentacles. Now, some of you may say, right, we were Queen gone down to the Page. No, not quite actually. As I said, general reading, we've got a pentacle here, and this is your suit. We've Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn, and we've got somebody who has been in serious study mode, in serious research mode, in serious work mode. And work can be whatever you deem to be of work. It could be paid work, it could be non-paid work, but it's something that you've put an investment in and you've put time and effort into. That's what a pentacle is as well, time and effort. So a lot of you have been hard at work. I feel like for a lot of you this is study, and remember, like, study, you don't have to be like a full-time student. You could even do night courses, or do like, you know, like you can get a higher diploma, I guess, wherever you're viewing this from. Many of my viewers are from the States, but in Ireland you can get a higher diploma, and that takes 2 years, and then sometimes you can do that in the evening time if you're working full-time. You know, it varies, whatever work is to you in your life. Now, what's awesome about this is you've got the Justice card and the Five of Swords. Now, Justice, woo, love her. And I don't just love her because she's my gal. She's Libra and I'm Libra. It's not just because of that. I love her because she comes in to remind us of, hey, I know you've had it tough. I know you've really worked away at things. I know you've been at the grind. I know you've been burning the candles at either end. I know you've been doing that. But look, it hasn't been in vain. She comes in to say, you'll get what you deserve. Now, I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, she's actually coming in and saying, hey, look, you're going to get what you deserve. You are going to get recognition for whatever this is. And remember, she's here also to balance you out. She's a scale. She's a Libra lady. But her tongue is also sharp, very like Queen of Swords, but she's even higher than that. She really holds all the power. And she also represents legalities, contracts within institutions, and obviously the law as well. So maybe some of you are like actually studying law. Maybe that's something. And she's saying, look, you're going to be elevated. You're going to get that recognition. It has not gone unnoticed. Or for others of you, maybe new contracts. Maybe some of you now are coming out of a period where, as I said, if you've got redundancy or you finished studying, now you kind of feel like this Page of Pentacles again, where it's like, I feel like I'm kind of learning all over again, or feel like the newbie or the beginner, because you're looking for a new job and you're starting your new job. But know that the Justice comes in and says, yes, there is one coming for you. You just have to be aware of this, okay? And, you know, don't freak out if it doesn't come immediately. Look, as I said, you'll get what you deserve. It can be immediate, but it can also be kind of long. It could be a little bit more in the future for you. I get that this is a 2-week reading I'm doing for you, but just be aware of that, yeah? Just be aware that that could be the case for some of you. Now, also, Five of Swords, my lovelies. What's going on? Swords is air element. It's Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. Now, Five of Swords is all about fighting the good fight, fighting the battle. You win, but at what cost? Did you hurt people to get where you are? Did you use the sword as a weapon? Did you use the tongue, the word, a little bit too harshly? And did you swing that around and you may have cut 1 or 2 people? Because 2 people in particular, because we've got 2 people in the background here, which I always say just look like little stubs. I really wish that had been a bit more animated. But yeah, and here are their 2 swords. So they've just dropped and been like, you win. Okay, I hear it. Look, I'm not saying that any of you have been very aggressive into getting what you want to where you need to be, but as I say, I know that emotional times for us, when the pressure's on, we don't always act within our truest self. And so maybe some of you have been involved in this energy where you're maybe a bit abrasive with people. And I know I keep saying like you'll get what you deserve. This isn't a bad thing. I don't feel this is a bad thing. But I believe you will feel like maybe you shouldn't have said one or two things that you said at the time. That's all right. Look, just apologise. And you don't apologise if, you know, it's still near the time. Look, I always think there's no amount of time can pass without, there shouldn't be a time period for a sincere apology. I think if someone comes with a sincere apology at any point, being even a few months down the road, it's always nice to have. It really closed the door on the situation as well. But I feel like some of you are actually feeling a bit like, with this Page of Pentacles energy, like back to square one now. Not the case. Not the case, Taurus. Not the case. Because, like, wherever you go in life and whatever chapter ends, you're always going to be the newbie in the next one. Do you know what I mean? Unless you're really elevating positions of where you are. But even at that though, that holds new things that you need to learn. And you need to get into a groove and a rhythm with. I need you to know that the pentacle that you hold is so much heavier than most of the time that I get with the Page of Pentacles. Because it's all about as well you holding something, a token that is of such valuable investment. It could be your capabilities. It could be your work ethic. I honestly don't feel like this is a finance or wealth thing for you. Like straight off the bat, I don't. But it holds something a lot more valuable. And I say that because the end of the week, you've got a major arcana, which is the World card. Now, the world itself is all about completion. When things, you know, make the world go round. It's 360, it's sphere-like, it's circular in motion. In many ways, it's kind of like the Chariot or the Wheel of Fortune. Destiny is coming for you. But it's separate in the sense that the world is about creating a world that you feel you fully embody. That it embodies you, that it reflects your inner light. It's about understanding all of the things that make up the world. Like if you think of like Mother Earth, you know. Actually, she's down here, which we'll get to as well. And in the traditional Rider-Waite, we have someone in the middle here who's actually naked, and they have this beautiful purple, almost indigo robe that sweeps around them, you know, to cover their modesty. And it is a female. So it's this female energy you're coming into. You're starting to see that. Well, you see, you kind of feel a bit like, oh, I feel like you're a bit stuck in the mud here. Like, oh, all I have is this pentacle. No, understand its value and worth. Because what that brings to you in the world is like a brand new chapter in your life. But the world is coming to say the completion of all of this past stuff from here out. Like that's done. But you got to get ready for what I have for you coming into your world. Got to be ready, Taurus. You will start to feel this. I honestly don't feel like this is a rapid energy at all. And I know you're going to feel a bit fed up and you're going to be like, why isn't it moving? I thought the world was turning. Look at it this way. The world is always turning, but we can't feel it. As human beings that inhabit this earth, we do not feel the world turning, but it is always turning. The only way we know is by, yes, time, chronologically, but realistically, the only way we know is actually outside, looking at the sky. Looking at the sun placement, moon placement. All of a sudden, you're going through your day, you're doing your daily things, your daily bits and pieces, and then all of a sudden it's nighttime. You're going to get this realization. You're going to feel like things are moving, even though on the outside it doesn't feel like it. But it is. Now, on your second week, 9 of Cups. Now, lovely, right, so you're kind of getting back to cup energy, which I like, because you had her up here. She was really important for your inner well-being. I don't know if you know that. She was really important for your inner well-being, because there's a lot of emotional support with the Queen of Cups as well. But it's like being your own support system. Very independent, Taurus. You really are. Like, you have that within you. And then I like how you're coming out of this, oh, no, nothing's happening. The world comes in and says, yes, it's happening, it's coming, I'm here to remind you of that. And you go, yes, actually. No, you're dead right. Yes, I'm going to create a world for myself. God, this is valuable. And what do you do then? You go, right, yeah, I'm going to feel the way, I want to feel the way I did before. 9 of Cups. Also kind of like a wish card. Not as big as the Star or the Aquarius card, but it's very much there. And there's that contentment. There's a contentment in this card. Sometimes he's a little bit smug for me. I find him a bit smug, but not in this case. I think you just have to be reminded of all the work you put in prior to this, Taurus, and kind of give yourself a break. Like, really give yourself a break. Stop putting so much pressure on yourself now. I get it. It's the world in which we live. It requires us, and I said this in another reading last night, it requires us to be firing on all cylinders every single minute of the day. That's bullshit, isn't it? You can't do that. Our bodies, our minds are not equipped to keep up with the world that we created. But now you're starting to understand that you can create your world and you can be part of that, but it might be a slower thing. But now you're going, okay, so maybe let's slow down. By slowing down, by taking trust in the world card, what you're saying is, I'm going to get back to loving, being loving, having this emotional energy about me, and just taking the time to breathe and loving little things like going for a walk and hearing the birds in the trees, you know, listening to the wind that flows in between and around the leaves. You know, bring the dog for a walk. We said bring a cat for a walk there. Hey, if you have a cat, bring the cat for a walk. You know, whatever you need to do. This is also here to remind you that yes, your wishes will come true. They really will. You just got to give them time. And plus you want, as a Taurus, I know, you want things to have a good, solid, steady foundation. So no point in like going in, guns blazing, being like, let's do this now, and then it all crumbling around you like the Tower card. No, enjoy this moment. I feel like I've told some of you to just relax a bit. Relax. Now, let me have a look at these guys. Right. Okay. Now, I feel like some of you, or a lot of you actually, will be putting out CVs, resumes. Will be sending out the word, putting out the word that you are available for work or for study or whatever. Maybe a lot of application forms for you as well. Now, I did say you do relax into this, but I also know Taurus, and I also know that you don't really stop. So, earth signs don't ever really stop. You just don't talk about it. But there is an opportunity that you would like, and there's this King of Cups here who has this opportunity for you. Let me just see who this lad is. Could be a woman as well, remember that, like, just remember. Boom, boom, that's you, okay. Right, this is very similar to, God, you know, I have a head like a sieve. I can't remember who it was now. Who had this? Libra had a King of Cups looking out for them as well. Right, so there is an opportunity, this one particular person, they may approach you. I feel like they will, because they're holding this cup of, again, emotion, but also it's like an opportunity. If you imagine these to be opportunities as well, offers, excuse me, applications and whatnot. But there's one in particular that you may have your eye on, and there's one in particular that will be offered to you. Now, let's have a background check on this particular person. Excuse me. Okay, so this particular person has the Eight of Pentacles, so is very much a hard worker, may have built up their own business by themselves, or may have built their position or their name up in a particular area in which they work. More than likely it's probably the same industry as you. As I say, they come in giving an offering, or you're after them. I honestly just feel like though that they have the offering for you. Now, as I say, this person has worked very hard to get to where they have been, and they may have some Virgo in their chart as well. Feels stronger than a water sign because we've got Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio here, but that's for some of you. But very much a Virgo work ethic, which is get the head down and get it done. Now they've built up something for themselves. As I say, it's their position or their name, but people come to them because they're really good at what they do, and because they're just old-fashioned good hard work has gotten them there. The very practical person, and very much somebody that when you know, they don't really want the frills and the glam of what they do. Like they just don't see that as being important, because that doesn't get the job done. What they understand of getting the job done is actually doing the job. So they want someone that can work at this, can do this, no bullshit, please don't lie to me sort of gig, right? Interesting. Now, lovely. The Lovers comes up, which is interesting, right? Because we're not even doing a love reading. Major Arcana, the Lovers, is all about two people that really see each other and feel something for each other. Now, we've got to pull this out of the lover context, all right? It's also about, in the traditional Rider-Waite, we've got two people that are both naked, that are chained to this divine... Oh, no, they're not chained, sorry. But they are connected by this divine energy. I'm thinking of Capricorn card, which is the devil, opposite of that. But yeah, so you have that in the traditional Rider-Waite deck. Now, let's extract the romantic and let's extract the sexual here. And what do we have? We see two people that are very much in love with what they do. That their job or their study or research or projects, whatever, being involved in the community, committees, whatever, gives them great emotional satisfaction. And there are two people here who both see that element of that in each other. Now, it could be this case that this King of Cups may really see this in you, and that's why this offer is coming to you. I did say you were going to get what you deserved with the Justice card. Maybe, my darlings, maybe this is it. Got to keep eyes on the prize, eyes open, eyes open. But yeah, so I quite actually like this. I mean, a very masculine energy. Could be a male that gives you this offering. Some of you could be female, but I feel male. And I feel like there's just like this beautiful mutual understanding between two people. And also, as I said, that they just want to love what they do. Be emotionally fulfilled by that. That's a massive thing for Taurus, and especially water signs as well, to be emotionally fulfilled by what you do. And even on a small scale, you want to feel like you're making a difference, you know? Gorgeous. Now, a bit more about this person as well. So this person has, I said that they came and they've built themselves up. Yes, they have, because this person also has a little fire and spark in them, the Two of Rods. This is all about finding a balance within that beautiful fire energy, but most importantly, and I keep saying this because I don't know why it's like this. Like, I love this illustration. This particular deck is gorgeous. But the problem with this, for me, is there's a slight issue, is that in the traditional Rider-Waite, you've got somebody holding the world in their hands. And I don't know why it's just this pink sphere. It doesn't equate to the world, you know, so that when you view it initially, the symbolism is kind of lost. But I'm here to inject that back into this. So this person is holding the sphere-like energy. Remember, sphere-like, circular, 360 in motion. This is this one as well. This person, like you, has, yes, is here, but has begun like this. They have decided to create a world for themselves that they feel really happy in and very extremely passionate about, and that they really love. They started at it too. They're very much like you. They started from the beginning. So they see, when I said to you that they wanted somebody that was no bullshit, no crap, tell me that you can do the job and you can work. They understand that because they too themselves have had to do that. It wasn't all talk. Nobody put them in this fabulous position and here they are now and it's all lovely. And no, we'll go out dining for lunch and, you know, liquid lunch and whatnot. No, this person's really practical, but at the same time they've got their own fire, and respect to that. They've created a world that they've wanted to be involved in. Nice, right? So this beautiful King of Cups, whoever they are, they're going to come in, they're going to give you an offering. And Taurus, oh, I feel like you come back into your own. You self-elevate because of this. Now, the reason I put her over the side to herself, because she was strong enough by herself. I didn't even feel like I needed to come in and be like, oh, hey, so I'm the Empress. Hey, I'm the King of Cups. Would you like a job? Yeah. No, like she's holding. I actually just need to put these to the side and say, boom, here you are. End of the week. The Empress. This is your card in the Major Arcana. This is Taurus. This is what I said up here. Mother Earth. I think you're starting to understand all your really strong elements as well here. Nice. But yes, she comes in. She is the mother of the deck. She is Mother Earth. She gives growth and birth to absolutely everything. From the first seed sown until until it blossoms and is in full bloom. This is who she is. I say she's the mother. Physically, yes, as well. She gives birth to things. Well, some of you, I don't know if that's the case. Maybe some of you are pregnant or will be pregnant. But out of, that will be, again, for a small portion of you. This is very much more so you really starting to come into your own element. But not just as a pentacle. Not just as the Queen of Pentacles, but as the Empress. So there is this opportunity gives you an opportunity to give birth to use your talents and the tools that you've really worked at over the years, and to use them and to utilize them to the best of your ability. But you stand strong and almost alone in this. Look at her. She's fierce. You really feel like you've come into your own and you're like, now, this is it. This is me. This is my job. I'm going to own this and I'm going to do everything I possibly can. Great, isn't it? I just can't even express how beautiful she is. And when she looks straight out, she's looking at you. She means business as well. She's saying, this is happening. Here I am. Let's go. That's the end of your week, Taurus. So your second week. Gorgeous, right? This isn't a terrible reading at all. This is pretty good. Right, well, let's stick with the good. Okay, let's zone out of your general reading. And now let's go on to your love reading, because I'm dying to find out. Let's go. Hey Taurus, you're very welcome back to the second part of your video. This is your love reading for May the 15th to 31st, 2017. And I don't know, I'm hoping for a really good reading for you guys. I do for all the signs, obviously, but for you guys, I'm like, yeah. Let's get the love flowing for Taurus. I got cards, come on now. Come on. They're very playful at the moment. They're just kind of hopping around and it's hard to control them sometimes. Like, look, see? Just stop at cards. Very playful, very. Hopefully that's going to be a good reflection of your love lives. Love, love, love. For Taurus. So it's going to be the same format. The very top is going to be the third week of May. And the bottom is going to be the last week. Well, we already spoke about it being 2.5 weeks, so. Good Lord, good Lord, good Lord, good Lord! Oh my God. Taurus, I swear, temperance is coming out for everyone. I'm delighted she's around. Yeah, Taurus, so, 5 major arcana out of a 6-card spread. My Lord. Oh, so good. Oh, it's so, look, justice is here for you again. See, you're gonna get what you deserve. Nice. Hierophant, hey, what's up? Okay, so let's just dive in, right? Because I'm excited. Right, come into the first week in this love reading with all these wonderful energies, and you go, no, no, thanks. You're like, and I'm like, yeah, but Taurus, check it out. You've got this is going on, and you go, yeah, no, I'm fine, thanks. What's wrong, Taurus? Start of the week, you've got this 9 of Rods, and Rods is about beautiful, loving, passionate energy, and it's all those wonderful characteristics and idiosyncrasies of fire signs of Aries and Sagittarius and Leo that come in and they're like, yes, here's that warm hug I've been waiting for. And you go, yeah, no, I'm okay, no, it's so weird. No, I'm fine. It's so timid, it's so small for some reason. And this is all about not being able to see the wood for the trees, not being able to see what's really in front of you, because you create this wall of, yes, of fear, and you do get that in particular sword cards, but this in particular pertains to love. Kind of putting up your love walls a little bit, Taurus. You know, it's all about being intimidated, as I said. Ooh, maybe I'm just this little person. I mean, yes, I want love, but I mean, I honestly have I have a feeling it's because you feel all of this energy, and it's quite strong, and it's behind you. And if you look, 4 out of 5 of the cards come up bang, facing you. What do they say about coming when cards face you? They see you there on it. They are going to go after what they want, and they have the power to do that. So I think I see why you're a bit intimidated, but let's just check out, because you're looking back into the past as well, which I do not want you to do. But I want to see for Taurus. Why are they looking back? What's wrong? What's wrong with Taurus? What's wrong? Tell me what's wrong with Taurus. Okay. Oh. Whoa. One more for good luck. Oh my lord. Yeah. Whoa. Do you know, we just got to bring the entire reading over here, because this is big enough in itself. What are you doing? I'm pulling major arcanas for you, left, right and centre, Taurus. Now, why are you in this 9 of Rods position? Well, quite frankly, it's because of a Leo that was in your life. Leo or strong Sagittarius, but more importantly, a Leo. In your past, you're looking into the relationship, or friends with benefits, or marriage, or whatever title you want to put on it for that particular time in your life. You're looking at this person, and you're looking at them in a really strong way. Now, we've got Strength and the Sun card. Both represent Leo. Both are really strong, fiery energies. And let me just focus on these two here now. Okay. So I'll say he just because I'm a female and I'm talking out of my own preference, but obviously if you're female and this is female for you, that's fine. If you're male and this is male for you, that's fine, you know, whatever. And also male to females, absolutely fine. I'm just going to say he now, all right? So this person that you had in your life, this gentleman, was extremely sexual, and I mean very fiery in the bedroom, was very good at what they did, and you were very happy about that. This person was very intense. Now, you're not normally an intense sign, but that doesn't mean that you don't like intensity in others, because Taurus is quite, as I always say, as I have been saying, quite Mother Earth. You know, you feel everything as well. Sometimes like a water sign. So intensity for you isn't a big thing, because you're like, no, I'm pretty solid. You know, I'm an earth element here. I'm rooted. So you can try and push me around, but I'll always stick to my guns. But it doesn't mean that you don't like other people to be intense. And this was a huge sexual thing. Oh my Lord, this was the best you may have ever had. I kid you not. And you know, if it is, well done for some of you. Hey, that's great. That's great. This person also shone in a way that you didn't, but they were quite, their personality was quite like effervescent, you know, that you put them in a scenario and they just fizzed up and bubbled, and they love being around people, love being around children, love having a different circle of friends as well for different things. They also may have been very athletic, very sport-like as well. And they thrived. You know, people that just naturally achieve things in life. You're like, how did you bloody well do that? Well, it's just them. It's just who they are, their personality. It's great. They are very, to some degree, they're very transparent as well on the outside. Like their facial features are really animated, and they're very direct, and they're bloody honest. Sometimes you're like, oh my God, could you have just not said that? You know, but at the same time, the flip side on that is you always know where you stand with a very honest, direct person. Sometimes their tact was a little bit to be desired, all right? But it doesn't mean that they're a bad person. They just maybe weren't as diplomatic at times as you would have liked, okay? Not subtle, I would say. But then that's what kind of made you guys work, was that you were the subtle one. You were kind of cooler, calmer, like, yeah, cool, whatever, I still have a good time. But, you know, you were the yin yang to their yin. And I think this was really lovely. This was a great period in your time. For some of you, it may have been 18 months that you were with this person, or involved with this person, or even 18 years. 18 years, long time, long time. Now, as well, the problem was that he wasn't always, or they weren't always the gentleman or a lady. or they didn't treat you in that fashion, which is something that you would have liked. Of all the lovely characteristics they have and that you absolutely thought was beautiful and lovely, it's just a shame that also that they couldn't, that just wasn't them. And you would have liked that a little bit more. You would have liked to have a more secure, in a way, the gentleman on your arm, the lady on your arm. Do you know, you kind of wanted that security, and being an earth sign as well, like that's very important to you. And as I always say, investment in your time and your energy is a big thing for you. And this person may have felt like, you may have felt like at times you had to hold the leash on them a little bit. You know, pull them back when the dog goes too far. You know the stretchy leads that dogs have? I don't even know what you call them. And then you just zoom, like you just whip them back, and the poor dog is like, what the frig just happened? That's what that was like. It's like you let this person go out for so long, but then you wanted them to come back of their own accord, and sometimes they didn't. You had to reel them in a little bit, Taurus. You're like, no, enough. You know, I feel like as well this person liked to party, and they may have liked a tipple or two, and then not in an alcoholic sort of way, more just like they loved the beverage and they hadn't got a cut-off point. You know, there wasn't a no, but you had to be the one that was the no. You know, they would have stayed up all hours, all night, drinking and partying, and then be wrecked the next day, and you were like, oh, I have to look at their face now. You know, they're mad hungover, head on them, and you know, and it ruined your next day, because you were like, well, I wanted to go out and do something. I wanted to go for a walk. I wanted to go by the lake. I wanted to go to the beach. And they're like, oh, no, I'm not really able. And they might just bring you anyway, just to save, for argument's sake, really. They just went with you. But, yeah, you know, you're like, this is bloody ruined. Like, you're in bits. And so that kind of was like, I don't really see any mad, crazy major problems with this person. But the Wheel of Fortune comes in here as well. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is all about destiny. Destiny coming for you, and coming sometimes full circle, and that destiny moves in a way that it feels comfortable, not always how you feel comfortable. It's not what it's here to do. It comes to also end things in your life that may have been of bad service to you, or things that just needed to kind of go because you need to go on to your next chapter. And we can be very reluctant when this card comes in to obey, in a way. Because we're like, well, we're happy where we are. What's wrong? And Wheel of Fortune goes, it's no more. This is no more. Something else awaits you. And I feel like whatever this breakup or separation was with this person, and even just kind of like for some of you that weren't that serious, that's kind of fizzled out. As I use the imagery of this person being quite effervescent. What happens when the bubbles stop? You know? Goes a bit flat, and it kind of just deteriorated. Then for some of you as well, it might have been a harsher energy. It might be like, I don't want it to end. Wheel of Fortune goes, you don't get to say, which is a shame. And actually, I don't feel like this is terrible. Do you know what this feels like more? If it ended on good terms, you ended on good terms, like a kind of a friendship thing. You may even still be friends with this person, because it doesn't feel like it's fully gone for me. Yeah, you've completed it, but you've completed that cycle of the two of you together. But it doesn't mean the friendship ended. Yeah? It didn't, the shoe didn't fit anymore, Taurus, and you're trying to push yourself into those size 4 YSLs, and it did not work. And that's what you're fearful. You're looking back here because you know you have to go into this new chapter. You know you don't have a choice. But, you know, I think you're kind of a little bit excited as well, because they're rods, you know. But at the same time, you're looking back going, what if things did work with that person? What if we just tried it again? What if we got back together? And no. Because, right, if I do this for you, take the Wheel of Fortune. By the way, many signs have had this in their relationships, in their love readings, and plus it's being here as well. So a lot of things are ending for a lot of people. Now, if I put this here instead, and I say to you, this is the Wheel of Fortune, and you're moving into a new time in your life, and it moves into the Hierophant. What this means that is you're moving into an energy that you feel a bit more comfortable in. Maybe as well this person couldn't give you commitment, or as I said, like the security that you wanted. And so the Wheel of Fortune, but you stayed kind of in it, and you continue to stay in it because you're looking back. And the Wheel of Fortune says, well, darling, no. You see, the thing is, this is a big thing for you. You need security. And you can't compromise on that. And there are things we can compromise on, absolutely fine. But there are other things that we can't, that we just need as lovers. And that's all it is. And the Wheel of Fortune says, no, darling, you have to come out of that. Because they can't give you that. They can't, as much as you love them, as much as you get on, whatever. They can't give you that level of security that you require. You'll always feel like you're on your toes with them. You'll always feel like one foot is out the door. You never feel stable. It's like, what is that? Is it the fun house in like fairgrounds and stuff where the floor moves and you're going up the steps and they go like this? That's what you always feel like with this person. You'll never feel solid. And the realization of you moving with this Wheel of Fortune goes, yeah, do you know what? I do want to feel solid. I want to feel this now. I want there to be more traditional values. So you see, it's important that they're there. It's important that you don't look back too long. But as I said, that realization comes into play because you got the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is this priest-like energy. And what are priests? Well, they're symbols of a particular institution. And we can say religious, but if we then switch the imagery of a priest to someone even in the medical field or in law, what we're looking at here are the pillars of the institution, of many institutions, and what they represent. We feel secure in these traditional institutions most of the time and practices because they've really withstood the test of time. Therefore, there has to be something about them that's good, right? There has to be a strong amount of credibility and validity to what they do. But the realization for you is like, I feel for a major part of you, you guys want marriage. Like this is I try to be quite broad with my readings because I know different people from different walks of life view these, but my gut is like the amount of butterflies in my tummy that is swirling around right now is saying that I want to be married. I want to be married. I want to be like exclusive, but in a very strong way. I want to have the ring on my finger, or I want to put the ring on their finger, or even for the guys as well. It's like, you're like, I want a steady, stable relationship that has a solid foundation that I feel secure in. That's kind of what it is. And okay, if we want to even dilute the imagery or the meanings of this particular card, for some of you I say, marriage institutions, religious institutions, maybe even just some of you that just want to, even take the humanist route of, it's all about the joining of two parties, solidifying that relationship, and that's what you want. And hey, why not? Why not? It's part of life. We deem that as part of life. Sometimes it is a societal expectation, but at the same time, a lot of people want that. You want to feel like you're secure. You've got a secure home. There's somewhere to rest your head, and there's someone there that will be there for you. And I think there's nothing wrong in wanting that at all. Now, Judgment. My God, this is so strong. Whew. I bet you feel like you're jumping through hoops right now, Taurus. Not necessarily on fire though. That probably was more so in the past, but now it's something else. So, what does this realization of what you really want to bring you? It brings you the Judgment card. This is all about hearing the call, taking the call as well. Not just being like, okay, I know life is coming for me, that's grand. I mean, like, you're there going, life is coming for me, and here I am, and I'm ready. I'm so freaking ready. I hear what you're saying, and it's like, I feel like not many of you express this outwards to people. Or if you do, they don't really understand how much this means to you. How much it really means to you. But now you're like, yes, this is why I thought I could compromise. I couldn't compromise in that way. This is me. I want this. Yes. And then you're living in this moment of when you do hear the call. And it's like you're saying, yes, of course. You couldn't hear this before, Taurus. You had all these wrapped up around you, and you blocked yourself. Look, you even got this like headscarf comes up around the ears. You got the hat on. You're clothes-wise, you're physically blocking yourself. And as I'll always say about the traditional Rider-Waite, where you've got this beautiful divine energy and being coming down here, and you've got 3 coffins, and in each of those coffins you have these 3 people that are emerging, and they're listening to the call and they gravitate towards it, and they're naked because it's all about revealing your true self when you hear this call. And almost like they go hand in hand. It's like you hear the call, you decide to reveal yourself, but by revealing yourself, you hear the call and you get closer to it. Fantastic. No? Yes, so good. And hearing that call allows you to walk forward in the best way possible in the second week of love. Oops, sorry. Hit my tripod. So, where does it bring you? Well, I think there is a lot of emotional ups and downs as well in the past for you, maybe even in different relationships with different people, or even friends with benefits people. I think there was a lot of ups and downs, up and down, up and down. And I think you were emotionally triggered by certain people, greater than maybe one person or the next person, you know, and people and events and scenarios do trigger different sides of us. But I think you were more emotionally triggered. And the thing is with Taurus is, yeah, you're kind of emotional, but you're practical about it. You're not overly emotional about things. You know, and I don't think being emotional is a bad thing whatsoever, but it's just not, it's not what comes to the forefront for you. It's not how you process, right? But what I like about this is you just like massive learning curves for you here, Taurus. Really, but it's, as I keep saying, it's like realizations for yourself. It's like a knock-on effect. You get temperance, and who is this temperance now? Look at her. Isn't she stunning? Isn't she just stunning? Look at that. She's strong yet elegant. She's wise yet not intrusive with her words. She gives the information without being kind of a know-it-all. So what is her gift? What is the information she gives? Well, she's all about emotional balance. She comes in and says, yes, it's time for you to let me in, because now I can emotionally allow you to engage in your emotions, but at a pace and a feeling that doesn't go up and it doesn't go down, but it keeps you solid, and it gives you that emotional, like it keeps you at one level, okay? Now, within these 2 cups that go back and forth, this liquid, this emotional fluidity, they do carry varieties of emotions that we carry. So anger, love, sadness. But it's all about not allowing scenarios and people to trigger them as quickly. And it's saying that the way you were dealing with things before, or what emotionally triggered you, you're more aware of now. You've gathered that knowledge, you know it now, but now you also know how to handle it. So it's like you're figuring out what you want in every single relationship or partnership, but on a major level. Also, as I said, she's very wise. You can see here she's got these beautiful owl feathers. And as well, it's all about expansion of emotional knowledge within ourselves. What she does, if you think of an owl, okay, beautiful, lovely little things. But the minute they open their wings, spread their wings and puff out, they look almost 3 times bigger than they are. That's expansion of themselves. But it's not just for show. It's because they have that ability now to do it. And she's allowing you to do that. Look, out of all the other faces, like even look, these guys. He's serious. He's putting up his fingers. I have something to say, Aries. Look at this, Emperor. Serious. There's a subtlety to her. You know, she doesn't have to tell everyone. She doesn't have to go out there and be like, this is what I can do. I am temperance. But she knows she is temperance. And she knows she got this. I love this. Taurus. As a last reading out of all the 12 signs, I'm delighted this was, because I'm just so happy for all of this that's coming in for you. So happy. I'm so happy. Right, so let's stay focused though. So you're midweek, you've got the Emperor, and at the end of the week you've got Justice. Let's just get some clarification on the Emperor, please. Let me know about this Emperor. What does Taurus need to know about this Emperor? What does Taurus need to know about this Emperor? Oh. Ooh. Okay. Push these back, yeah? Right, so let's look at this. Right, so there will be someone. Do you know what this feels like? Someone's already in your life. Is a very dominant person, but maybe not. On the outside, this person may be older than you, maybe a male, maybe not. This person could be in your workplace or in your friend circle, or someone, you know, just one jump outside of an intimate circle, an immediate circle. And this person is very much their own boss. My God. I mean, you can tell them what to do. They'll say thank you very much, and at the same time they'll still do their own thing. Not a bad thing. The Emperor has seen it all, done it all, been there, done that. Really, he is another step above the kings and queens. He knows it. He governs it. He rules it. Actually, the Emperor is his wife, I guess the deck is the Empress, which is what we had for you in your general reading. So he is the father of the deck. He is the uncle, he is the grandfather. He's the one that holds the knowledge of the family and outside of that. Very strong, very strong. Now, let's do a nice background check on this person for you, okay? Right, so here we are. So this person, as I said, they are of high elevation, maybe in a hierarchical structure, or maybe not, maybe in a home, or maybe in a circle or community or committee. This person is there because they have worked their ass off. My God, 10 of Rods. Rods, what we know, love and lust and passion and creativity. This person may be highly creative, but they also take on a lot of responsibility, and this is the thing with them. They may work really, really long hours, or they may work not your traditional 9 to 5, but they may work even shift work, but those hours even are longer than most people, like 40 hours, 50 hours even. I mean, that's quite a lot for anybody. But that's, you know, they've chipped away, they've worked away at things so they can get to this particular area in life. Now, if this is a work thing for this person, yes, that makes sense. If it's a case that they're part of a committee or community, these are the work hours that they are putting in to create something that is beneficial for everyone, and they're very much involved in projects of that kind. Now, the problem is they work a little bit too hard, yeah? They get themselves a little bit too involved. They take on way too much responsibility. You know, people that like to get stuff done will take on responsibility. People that don't will pass the buck. This is the way it is. But they don't always feel and enjoy life as it happens, okay? Because they're too busy working. They're keeping their head down, eyes on the prize. Now, this person, 7 of Swords. I haven't seen you in a while. Right, Swords being air, being Gemini, Libra or Aquarius energy. So we've got thought, communication, truth and logic. This is all here. All here. Communication being the key word here, right? Because Swords is about diplomacy. Swords is about a sword being the tongue, and that the word can strike you at any time, right? And carry so much weight. You can hurt people with the word. Now, this is all about deceit, and this is all about getting away with something. It's interesting here because he's got them. Okay. Right. This is going to sound really funny for some of you. I don't know if this one, I hope this resonates, but this is what I'm getting, is that this person is really lovely. And as I said, takes a lot of responsibility, but also is a bit of a wheeler dealer. You know what I mean? A little bit, not underhanded, but, well, like, and it's not criminal activity, but it's like, you know, if you're like, oh, I really need to get a new bike or something. I need to get a new bike, just they're all really expensive. This person's like, yeah, I know where you can get a bike, yeah. How much do you want it for? Yeah, no worries, I'll put out the feelers. You know, that kind of person, it's like, it's like a really low scale mafioso. But I don't mean criminal activity. It's just like, they somehow get away with stuff. But it's not, you know, keeps their head down. But it's not, it's weird because like Seven of Swords, as I said, is deceit and getting away with stuff and Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy kind of vibe. But with this particular person, it's not very bad. You know, I'm not actually, I'll be honest, it's not very bad. But they do at times leave the word hanging, which means you might not always get a response back from them. It could be 2 days or 2 weeks by the time they get back to you, because they're off doing other things and they won't tell you what that is. Okay. Now, but also what this person has, hey, what's up? Another major arcana. We've got the Star card, we've got the Wish card. You know, the Wish card is here saying that all your wishes are coming true and everything that you want is going to come to you. But the thing is, Taurus, with this particular person, I don't think that's just the case. I'm sorry. I just don't. I feel like this person has worked their ass off to create their wishes. Like, you know, it'd be great to be like, oh, you get everything you wish for. But this person is grafted as well. So I don't understand. I don't think that this is a major like, oh, this is everything you get everything you want. This person has been very realistic about their dreams, and they've decided to put practical, old school, old fashioned, good old hard work into it, and they achieve what they want. So yeah, this is a bit, sorry, not annoying, but it's like, come on now. All of this, keeping the head down, being the emperor, and then they get what they want. Like, no, that doesn't happen. Does not happen. You got to work for it. But this is this person that's coming into your life now. Let me have a look at him again. I said this person may already be in your life, didn't I? Yeah. You know, I'll be real with you, Taurus. This isn't actually a love interest. There's love here, but it's not a love interest. This person is a male figure in your life. And I said like granddad or uncle or dad. That is very protective of you. Even if you don't know this. Very protective of you, and they are here to, in a very weird way, they're here to teach you love, or the love that you deserve. When you think of a father figure traditionally, you know, you see someone that, you know the way some families, you'll have like daddy's little girl, right? Daddy's princess. It's that sort of figure that looks out for you and thinks the world of you, but teaches you as well what a man or a woman should really be. That you expect nothing less. That you get the love that you deserve, that it comes in for you, and that you have standards in love. Maybe for some of you in the past, your past choices, maybe that they were not beneath you, because I just hate that social class malarkey. But maybe you picked people that were a lot of hard work. And you're not really that hard work, Taurus. You're not, actually. And so you gave a lot of yourself to them, but you gave a lot of love. And the problem was that they couldn't match what you needed in your love. He's coming in to say, look, you make sure you get the love that you want. You make sure you get the love that you deserve. I am here to remind you that love comes in many forms, and I'm here as this father-like figure, this uncle, this godfather. It can even be someone that, you know, is not related by blood, but you regard as a family member. It's like that. They're very protective of you and very loving. And they, in a way, I like that they've showed up here. In a way, they've come up to say, I'm just keeping you emotionally in check as well, to remind you what you deserve. All right. Sometimes you just need reminding. Also, I just got for some of you, maybe this figure was somebody in your life that has passed away. So my apologies for that. But they are still, they're still around. And I think at times some of you can feel this energy, that loving energy. Well, it's dominant. It's like, I'm here. You know, may have been an Aries man or Aries woman, and they're looking out for you. So if you are getting signs of this, then, you know, I always think it's fun to just be like, okay, thanks, thank you, I get it. You know, after, when you ignore the first two signs and the third one comes in with a bang, you're like, okay, you'll say it out loud. It's like, I get it, thanks, I know you're around. How sweet. I love that. I love that. I'm glad you have that emotional protection as well, you know. Now, the end of the week though, you've got the Justice card, and hello, she already popped up for you in your general reading, which means she's really serious about getting what you deserve, which is what this Aries is making sure you do. But she's coming and saying, thanks Aries, I'll take it from here, because I already know I'm going to make sure that this man or this woman gets exactly what they deserve, what they want. These two are kind of like, they're kind of in cahoots. Like, do you have this? Oh yeah, don't worry, I got this. Are you sure? Yeah. Oh, I got this. You know? And again, we'll just talk a bit about her as like just as being that Libra lady. Balancing out things and contracts. And we talked about contracts before, but in this case it can be marital contracts. She's also got rods around her here, do you see? She is very passionate about what she does. But do you know what this feels like more than anything? This feels like you're going to go, okay, I'm way more confident in myself now. I feel more confident because I know myself, how I approach love, and I know love for me, how I process it. I know it inside out now. I know it. And you know what's really interesting as well in getting is that you're like, I'll wait. I will wait. I don't think you waited before a lot in the past, Taurus. But now you're making that decision. You're like, no. If I want someone really important to come in, if I want something really special, I will wait. Because, look, well, until that happens, I'll give love to myself. I'll take care of myself. And you enjoy life's comforts and indulgences. Why not? You know, it'd be cool if I said, there's someone coming in, there's a man coming in, there's a woman coming in. But I don't know if you agree or not, but this is way cooler than having someone just come in and be like, oh, hey, how's it going? It's, the universe is saying to you, there's massive love changes for you, but recognition and realization in love for you. And by the end of it, you're not even swayed. You're like, sure, I'll just wait. I'll take my time. They'll come in when they're ready. Until then, I'll sit here. I'll do my own thing. I can't even tell you how empowering this feels right now to have this. And you will feel empowered. Like, I'm getting tingles all over. I feel empowered. And that's what you want. That's what you want to feel empowered before we go into love. We want to feel empowered as well in love. If we feel like we're making ourselves smaller, and in essence people will say making ourselves weaker, then, you know, it's not a good environment. You've already experienced that. You don't want to be back there. I don't know, I feel, okay, what about the past? Scrap that. Here you are, fully formed, saying yes. I'll be happy for when it comes in. Until now, I'll take care of me. I give me what I deserve. Taurus! Can we just talk about that a little bit more? I don't even think we can. Oh, serious love energies. Serious love realizations. How cool. How cool. Oh my god, I'm so excited for your next, like, June now. I'm so excited for June. I'm like, what's going on for Taurus? Oh, I love, whoever this is, you're very lucky to have them in your life. And I know at times you're like, oh my god, they drive me nuts, or they just butt in so much and give their opinion. But, you know, it's nice to have someone keeping you in check a little bit, or just to give you a different perspective, reminding you that you are of worth and value, and that you should be seen as that. But you see yourself as that now, which is just as important. Taurus, delighted for you. Oh, what a great way to end the 12 signs. I'm so happy. I hope you guys are delighted with this love reading. I really am. I really am. Guys, if you have any questions at all, just leave them in the comment section below and I'll try and answer them as quickly as I can. And yeah, this has been your double bi-weekly reading, your general love reading for May the 15th to May the 31st, 2017. If you dig what I do, please like and leave a comment and subscribe or share, because I'd always like to know I'm doing good by you guys. And remember, I give personalised private readings. I offer Skype readings. I also offer video readings. So if you're interested, my email is below. Do contact me and I'll send you then an email about the services I provide and the rates as well. My turnover is about 3 to 4 days, 5 sometimes if I'm very busy. But yes, Taurus, I'm on a high. And you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to go out for a cycle. I'm going to have a great time. Taurus, you have a fantastic next 2.5 weeks and I'll see you beautiful Taurus people in June. You take care. Bye-bye.